pretty low.
Oh, no, we need to subscribe to Ross Fist to hype James to get more whiskey.
Train, hype train, hype train.
Whiskey train, whiskey train.
Whiskey train.
Alright.
Yeah.
So,
Sup,
yeah, this last time we had our in-person session with Matt in town. We were able to do that.
Yep.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Good times.
It's good to be playing in person again, the team.
Yep.
A lot of cool things.
Well, ask and you
last
shall
time.
receive. All right.
A lot of very climactic things happened last time. And we are going to roll to see who's going to recap it.
This is Szechuan.
Nice to play in person with the team.
Yep, sure
Yes.
was. That's kind of, it actually is Daniel, so.
Okay, fine.
I guess you
get
have
in your
to come
car.
to your house.
Oh man.
if you're busy, I will skip it. I'll do a roll again.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Everything I think is dry.
Okay.
For the uninitiated, before the stream, I spilled my drink all over my desk and almost ruined my work laptop. So, okay. So let's see. What did we do? We were in the cave. We took a long rest under the dome, and then by the hole, which with a big boulder in it, or by it that had a rope around it. And then we decided to explore said gaping chasm. Was it Loch Salem? The little annoying kid managed to fall in right when like an earthquake happened, and he splatted on the floor. Then we descended and got absolutely riggedy wrecked by Doomwaker.
What happened before that? After you descended, something happened.
That one bitch.
Oh, we heard there was voices again, if I remember
Someone
correctly.
cut the rope.
Bill's on the right track, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
That one.
Oh
bitch
right, yeah,
cut the rope.
yeah. One of the
That lady
Right,
cut the
whoa,
rope.
ladies, yeah.
What's her name?
I don't
Vera
remember.
Huxley. The Tiefling.
Yeah, I was
That lady.
trying to go after her,
So
but I got my ass beat.
Tyler's next character. No.
Oh shit.
You guys would not like that character. That character would not last long. Let's see, Dreek's
yeah,
down
I'll
to
kill you
Cass.
again. I killed you once.
We
not looking good.
yeah, fought this Doomwaker thing. Cassio. Well, let's just say he didn't make it. For multiple reasons. Yeah. So.
Like he was destined to die.
Yep.
York.
But yeah, but also the fact that the party completely left him behind while we were running for our lives and nobody realized halfway through, hey, maybe we should pick him up.
Bill did.
Yeah,
Bill did,
I
but then he got
went.
squished.
Well,
like I said, for multiple reasons, and then it was kind of life or death, and I guess Zoom wanted his powers for his own, or something.
I said I would not let the creature have him. And
Yes.
then I went and stabbed him.
Nice.
And
I think
Yeah.
I did totally
It's
just
my
expecting myself to also die.
yeah, which due to 2 natural ones in a row, miraculously didn't happen, as Foz foresaw.
Yep, he survived by the skin of his teeth.
The teeth
Skin
of his
teeth.
skin.
Mm.
Anyway. Skin teeth. Anyway.
That's a not good plot.
It's like on your elbows, you know? Like, they just kind of protrude out. They're like fangs. Anyway.
teeth skin is
What?
just enamel. What if
Like
it's
shark
dead?
shit. But, completely different. But yeah, and then we made it into this cave for the moment. Seemingly out of immediate danger. We hope. And we fought, or not fought, we found a lot of shiny stuff. That
Lots
we,
of loot. I'll go over that again because I don't think I did it over stream, just to let the listeners, viewers know how big this trove is. But is anything else that Daniel missed that you guys want to talk about?
The island is probably sinking again now.
Oh yeah, that
Yes.
was it.
That's a
Everyone's
good
been
good thing.
A creature or something like it can speak and said, "Every drow is dead, and Acacio will soon be mine along with the rest of you."
Right, that was before you dropped down the hole. You heard that, or Foz or Dean heard that in his head. He's been hearing that voice in his head. He thought it was Acacio, but it wasn't. See that.
We also fought the monsters that turned Acasio into the sea creature that he is now.
Oh
Correct.
yeah, and nobody got the same disease.
Oh yeah, right.
It
that
did,
happened before.
but you
We
cured it.
right away.
Yeah. And they can like explode and like infect everybody around them.
Correct.
A la like Cloverfield.
And the Doomwaker can kind of spawn them, shoot out of his
Yeah.
back. All right. Anything else? You mentioned the island is sinking. Let me just go back into that. It is sinking at a rate of 1 foot per minute. You know that the island is only at the tallest point 50 feet high, so 50 minutes and the island's going to be completely submerged.
But we're like underground or something.
And you were in the Underdark,
Yeah.
at least 200 feet underground, under sea level.
I'm at 1 HP.
So yeah, I because I'm pretty sure Zoom and I were like the last ones. I was standing there enraptured, covered in Captain Hornsnare and what's her face's blood.
See my brown shadow, yeah.
Seema Proud Shadow's blood. Like I tried to save her and she like got
Sounds like
squished
Leona.
in my hands.
So another thing of note that you, I don't know if you mentioned, is after you killed him, and then you kill him. After you fought him, he turned into a goo, the Doomwaker,
Yeah, that's right.
and then he
He,
started
like,
sinking through the
oozed
cracks. Yeah,
Oh, the Doomwaker did.
yeah, the Doomwaker did.
That must have been fun.
Yeah, it turned into like a black, shadowy goo and sinked into the fissures in the ground.
I'm gonna like get under one of Zoom's arms and like start carrying him up through the cave. I think we're the last two.
Sure.
Uh,
I think
I'm gonna
I'll say Bud's there
cast-
too. And Bud, if you want to, I'm gonna give you the option. I'll say by the time he sunk down into the cracks, it was less than a minute. So if you want to go out and revivify someone, I'll give you that chance.
Okay. I've got. Let's see, how many uses do I have here?
Zoom 7 hit points.
I can bring back 2 people, but you know what? I'll only bring back 1.
You can't bring back you can't bring back Captain. His head exploded. You can't bring back Akaso. He's smushed flat. You can't bring back Glade Ridley. His head exploded too. The only 2 people that you could bring back are Seema and Sutcliffe.
Grief.
Sutcliffe means nothing to me.
Wait, which one is Sutcliffe? Was he the
Surgeon.
He was the surgeon.
It's a cool guy.
He was the only one that Dreek
Surgery.
got along with.
He stood up
Well-
for Drake. He stabbed Vera Huxley.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go over to Seema and
Okay.
attempt to
Seema.
revivify.
Brandon, I see your mouth moving, but I don't hear any words.
What's going
Lip
on?
syncing.
This is what you're doing.
When,
This is what I want you to do.
When Bud does this, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having issues.
When
It
Bud
doesn't
does
say I'm
this and he
DM anymore.
what's up?
What?
I cannot select things.
Oh,
I
try
switched-
refreshing maybe.
Yes,
So I
I
happened
want
to
to make
me,
sure you're on the right selection tool.
but it might be
I'm
different
on
for
the
a
top
DM.
one, so.
But yeah, that happened to me, and I refreshed and it worked.
Alright. So when Bud goes over to the kitty lady, I just look over and I'm just like, "Really, kitty guy? Every one of them betrayed us, and you betrayed me, kitty guy."
You'll
I just-
understand one day
Umlaut
what I did
just shakes-
was to save you.
Umlaut just shakes his head and he just like, "I believed in you, kitty guy. I don't think I can believe in you again."
I'm looking around. I'm not a bad guy.
I walk away. I walk away and I walk next to Dreek and I'm just like, "That's a bad kitty guy, lizard guy."
Well, if you
So
saved
you
that
do-
lady and not the good one, then I might agree.
I whisper to him, "You should kill him, mate. Like, just take a head off right before he brings it back, yeah?"
Ooh-wee. Let me go ahead and roll a perception check if I can hear him say that.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Not really.
No. I'll just
Not
say-
really. Umlaut's pretty upset. It's like, "Just take her."
Fair enough.
Oh no.
So you do revivify her. Her eyes like rolling back in her head, and she's like sagging down. She has 1 health.
Did she have a stroke? Jesus.
Isn't it the second time she's been revivified?
Jesus Christ.
No, she was just healed by
Oh, okay.
when she was downed,
Squished.
and then she got squished. Well, they got pounded. She wouldn't get switched flat though.
Like, did I already cast mass healing word on everybody or mass?
You did. You
whatever?
did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think that's
I
at
don't
the
think
top of
so.
the
I
Should
was
be
there,
full
though.
health, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not at full. Did we get a long rest? I'm not at
No,
full
you did
health.
not get
I
a
know
rest.
that.
Hell
Okay,
no.
yeah, because I'm like, no, because I was like, I was pretty fucked up. Yeah, I'm at 14 hit points.
Oh,
I'm at
oh, I'm
now
at 23.
8.
I don't know why it shows I'm at 4.
We're all suffering. I'm 51.
How much was the
James.
healing word though? The master.
I am at
healing word?
46. I am nearly
No.
dead.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself, at the first level because I was like, I'm pretty fucked up. Cast it.
There we
That's
go.
all I asked.
That's better.
Okay.
Counterspell.
I honestly thought
I don't
Umlaut
want
was
you
gonna
to heal
counterspell
us.
your Revivify. Like, I really did.
You could have if you wanted to.
Could have.
From the
yeah.
shadows.
Did my
Oh,
fucking
Zardine does
dice
the second
roll?
one. No, I foresee her dying. No, just kidding.
Okay.
I'm never wrong.
She is delirious. She's like out of it, not talking. If you want to heal her, you can, or you can keep her 1 health. Up to you.
Yeah, I'll heal her. I don't need Umlau spiting and throwing a rock and killing her. So
I cast Cure Wounds on her. I just run
On
over
her?
to her and I just cast Cure Wounds real quick.
Sure. Roll for the healing.
Okay, I gotta do this shit on my phone apparently.
You now like
So
competing to heal it. Meanwhile, Zoom
No,
die.
no, I'm trying to be a dick.
Hey, I deal with you. All
To be
right,
honest.
let's. All right,
Straight up.
listen. I'm not a hot
Yeah,
cat
Cat-
lady, but like, come
Kaz
on.
helped me, but
Okay, well that's a 7 and a 6. Okay, so 7 for me and a 6 for her.
Seema.
Yeah, 6 for Seema.
Awesome.
Yeah.
She's looking a little better, not much better. Did you heal her too, Josh?
I was actually seeing that. I kind of look up at Umlau. Thank you, my friend. You truly do.
Don't
have
thank
a
me,
kind
mate.
heart.
Don't thank me, mate. You'll get yours. It's coming. And I just walk away.
I mean, yeah, I could use some healing.
no, mate. No, you're gonna get something worse. Sleep with an eye open when we get home, yeah.
I'll just kind of push Umlau to the side and walk over to Zoom,
Dang.
and be like, "Zoom, you look like you could use a little bit of healing." And I rub my hands.
do
together.
as like I have like bruises all over my body.
I cast Cure Wounds on it.
You look
Oh,
like you're
dude.
hurting.
Another thing I want to point out is since the Doomwaker's gone, you can loot Acasio and anyone else out there
Okay.
if you wants to.
I'm
Have
gonna-
we already looted the upper area, or is that coming?
The
cave.
the rope you climbed?
No. The treasure that you posted. Have we looted that already, or is that coming up?
I'm gonna get to that spot.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Bill.
that's like down here, right?
Yeah, it's inside that door.
Bill, you take 8
Yay! Thank you.
Damage.
damage.
I'm at 0. I die.
Do we have a bag of holding amongst? All of us?
Yes, I do.
I will go over and retrieve Acasio's body.
Okay, so you have all his inventory on his character sheet. You can do it.
Well, if possible, I'd also like to drag his body with us too.
It's smashed flat, so
Goo.
yeah, it's
Easy
pretty.
goo.
He's pretty pulped.
Okay.
Is there like a
Yeah,
head
I'll scoop
or
him into a
something?
jar.
Like
is
his,
it-
his head's like smashed flat. It's like just brains all over the ground. His
Okay.
chest is collapsed completely.
Sorry, give me one.
Ogusio.
That'll make a good sale.
Does anybody else need before we get back? Because I still technically, like, I still have, I can cast Cure Wounds a bunch of times still. I still have, I only used.
It's gonna be
my
Zoom
purple
and
card.
Seema are probably those.
Yeah.
Well, I already healed Seema. And so she's not going to get any more from me. But I will go ahead and heal Zoom.
Please.
Yes, yes.
I will, I'll cast it at the 2nd level. Oh, I wish it would just roll. It's a 2d8. Okay. Oh, you get 10.
Sweet.
Trauma.
Wait, I heal you before that. No.
No, it's mine.
When you push me, by the way, Umlau just like dramatically moves like really, really hard out the way when you push me,
Ooh,
and then like looks back like a really upset toddler, and starts mumbling under his breath.
Cool, cool.
Oh wow! Just leave the healing to the professional. I love you, my friend, but this is not your specialty.
Man, I can do it too. I have spells, man. That's what I do. I just don't use them often because you're around, yeah.
Honestly, that's some pretty good stuff.
All right, so you loot Ocasio's body. All Captain Hornsnare had on him was a scimitar that was a +1 scimitar. If you want to put that in the bag of holding, you may.
No reason not to.
The other guys didn't have anything magical, so you might just want to pass them up. Actually, they did have a little bit of gold. They had 200 gold on them. But I mean, this doesn't really matter compared to how much gold you're about to get.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is
We'll just
Hornsnare
have 200 do it.
Is Hornsnare's hat still intact?
His hat?
Yeah.
Oh, his head exploded, so yes.
I'll snatch up the hat and toss it to Drake.
Can I search for
you're the captain
can I
now.
search for that gold?
Oh my
Or try to slide a hand it?
Daniel put it in the bag of holding already.
What?
All right then, that's okay.
Sorry, what?
The
No,
200
nothing.
gold?
It was for the gold, but you already put it in the bag of holding, so.
Okay.
What?
So-
Huh?
The 200 gold the pirates had, he put it in
Oh,
the bag of holding,
okay.
correct?
I mean,
I thought you said you were going to add it to the gold.
I can.
If you haven't,
If
then
that-
Umno may.
I was like, if you have Daniel, just say you have the gold.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, there you go. All right, let me show you a little picture of the trove here, and I'll
I
describe
don't
again
need
what's
my
in there.
shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
There you go.
Yeah.
Treasure.
Look at that. It's like watching Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah.
Dead man's chest.
Jeez.
I've got a jar of death.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna shout dead.
I want the little monkey candle in the corner.
That's
No, we
the
named
most
the
valuable.
monkey Jack.
So within this loot, or this trove rather, there's 884,336 gold.
Woof.
Okay, just a
Jesus
sec. Let me write that down.
Christ.
No,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be able to write this down
What?
because if you want to, you can take the time to gather all this stuff.
Sure.
But I'm gonna say it's gonna take at least 20 minutes to do so.
And that's half the island gone.
Yeah.
Underwater.
Are we
Okay.
underwater?
And if you want to like minimize it and just take the gold and items, I'll say it's 10 minutes. You can like not grab the silver and copper if you want. So that's
So how much
amount of
gold is it by itself?
84,336 gold.
Just gold. But
Just gold.
and then
84,000.
Silver,
and-
there's 37,122 silver, 96,903 copper.
Jesus.
My lord.
I mean, it's gonna take us 20 minutes, even if we split and do it.
If you just take the gold, I'm gonna say it takes half the time. It's a lot of gold to shovel
It's a
into.
lot of gold.
holding.
Should we
What the
just
shit?
shovel the gold? Just say
Shovel
fuck
it in.
Shovel it in. All right,
Yeah.
shovel the gold. I guess
Shovel
we'll
it in.
leave the copper and silver. I mean,
Especially
I
for how
don't
rich we
know.
are, the silver and copper don't actually really matter.
Yeah,
They don't.
so
True.
how much?
True.
Actually, yeah.
Gold?
84,336 gold.
It's in the
I
Discord.
work in banking, and
It is in
every
this
penny
one.
matters.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
And I will refer to that.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention for the listeners how much wealth there is here. In
the
addition
way-
to the gold, there is, we mentioned the Ring of Regeneration that was on Captain Pharaoh Ward's finger. It could be seen that there's various bones of legs and arms scattered around this area, hinting that the crew is surviving off cannibalism of eating the captain's limbs that would regenerate.
Oh my god.
It's a ring of regeneration.
Correct. He was also wearing a hunter's coat. There's a Dispelling Stone, Illusionist Bracers, a Dormant Infiltrator's Key, a Watchful Helm, an Ion Stone of Fortitude, a Blood Axe, a Butcher's Bib, a Spell Scroll of Knock, and a Spell Scroll of Locate Object. In addition to these objects, there is a shield that has a rising sun with tendrils beneath it on a hillside, as well as a Cly lyre instrument that seems to be made out of some type of crystal. Once you guys get in this chamber, or sorry, bring Seema into this chamber, she starts getting really emotional. Get back into the... She gets really emotional. She's like, "It's real? I never thought it was real. I was just going along with it." And she starts crying. And she turns to Dreek and she says, "I'm sorry. I didn't believe him. I didn't believe anything."
Who's next to
I
Umla?
don't believe you.
Me.
Make an insight check.
Okay. Whoever's next to me on the other side, on the opposite side of Bud, I lean in and go,
Fuck, hold on.
"I don't know why she's being so dramatic, mate. We're the ones who almost died, yeah."
Drake, make an insight check if you haven't already.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I'll say it's me. I'll be like, to be fair, she did die.
Hey, saw it.
A 9. You're skeptical to trust her after what she's put you through, but she was the last one that joined the crew before you left. So you didn't know her very well.
Got you.
And she wasn't really mean to you. She just kind of just like was one of the crew, so you just didn't like her.
Got you.
He says, "I heard of Captain Farrell long before I joined the crew.
And?
And when I joined the crew, Captain told me that he was your grandfather."
What?
Mate!
That's not possible. We're different races.
Look at him. He's a lizard folk.
Oh. That's not possible. I have no family.
That's what he wants you to believe.
You have family now, mate.
Blood is not thicker than water. I have real family now. I don't need him.
We're not your family, mate.
Mind games.
She says, Hornsner told me that his father was supposed to give you the treasure map. Not you, but your father, the treasure map when he came of age.
What treasure map?
The one that Hornsner had. You see, your father was Farrell Walt's obviously his son, but Hornsner's father was Captain Farrell Walt's first mate.
My brain is hurting.
God damn.
So, instead of giving your father the map, he kept it for himself and gave it to his son, which was Captain Farrell, Captain Hornsner that we know.
That bastard.
So just to kind of make sure we're all on the same page here, we're talking about the captain that just died is Dreek's grandfather. Just
No.
simple.
The one that's
No.
in the one that was hoarding the treasure was Dreek's grandfather.
The one that was hoarding the treasure was Dreek's.
The dead one in here, yes.
Captain Farrell was a human?
No, Captain
Lizard
Farrell
folk.
was a lizard folk.
Okay, cool. I was about to say.
So yeah, Captain
plot
Farrell Wart
thickens.
was Dreek's grandfather. The
Interesting.
previous, so Captain Hornsner's father
Was supposed to give
was
it
supposed to
to
give the map to Dreek's
Greek's
father.
father, but didn't.
Instead, he gave it to his own son.
The
Yeah.
current captain, who just died.
Oh, he's paced. Yeah.
Yes.
Paste.
Good riddance.
He says,
Fuck.
Hornsner's father did raise, Hornsner, what we know, and your father as brothers. However, I guess he felt guilty in that regard. Taught them to sail, passed down his obsession of finding the treasure to them. But when your father found out he was having a child, he wanted out of the life. And Hornsner didn't want to risk the word of the treasure to spread to undeserving ears. So told the rest of the crew that your father was planning on stealing the map and taking the treasure for himself. And the crew killed him for his betrayal. And stole you away from your mother and Violent, who might still be alive.
This is a lot to take in.
I never believed the story. That's why I went along with everything. This island popped out of nowhere and made me skeptical. The crew was scared. Everyone was scared. No one believed it, really. It was just an obsession of the captain. We never actually thought we'd find treasure here.
Damn.
Anyways, during this conversation, that shield is echoing a voice in Kazde's mind,
What's it saying?
saying, "Your mentor left you. Let me be the one who guides you."
Oh.
Interesting.
And it's an ominous, like, celestial type voice.
I'll wander over to the shield. Do I recognize the iconography on it at all?
Make a religion check.
Yeah, I'm really good at that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I assist him?
You can if you want to.
Oh, that's
you-
totally
you-
a 20.
you-
That's cocked. Anyway.
Okay, well.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and assist him.
Yeah,
You can't hear the voice in your
No,
head.
no, no.
You see him
But-
looking at it. Much better. You recognize this as a mix between two religious symbols.
Oh.
The tendrils are uncommon for this iconography,
Okay.
but it's typically something that you'd see of Sinborn cult. But the sun
Ooh.
is of Lathander.
Oh.
Wow.
I'll point that out. More in like a. Cos, I'm not too sure about the tendril side of things. That kind of seems cultish, but the sun, doesn't that look a lot like what we were seeing, those Lythander followers back in the forest?
Oh, it is. And I'll pick it up. Is it like a mirrored face, or like is it just kind of like just etched into like steel or something, or?
It's not a face at all. It's just a rising sun.
Sorry, I meant like the face of the shield, like the
the
front
outer of the
part. Like,
shield?
is it like
It's
Describe
got
it to me.
gems in it. So there's gems that make the sun, and the tendrils are like green emeralds. So like I guess some rubies for the sun parts. Maybe some topaz. So it looks really ornate. As you pick it up, you hear the voice talking to you again, saying, "I know what you fear. You feel you're losing your ability. Let me grant you your strength. Take up my power."
Can I reply in my head?
You may.
I'll think back to it. Koss will say, "My powers are secondary. I fear failure."
And without powers, are you going to succeed?
I'll do whatever it takes.
Then take me. That is whatever it takes.
Who are you?
This I cannot say.
Insight check.
My God. Haha.
He's telling the truth. You feel like part of the reason why it's in the shield is a part of the condition of him being in the shield is he's not allowed to say who he is.
Um,
Huh. Alright.
Or the island is sinking.
I'll heft the shield. I'll put the arrow catching shield on my back, and I'll throw it on Captain America. Just put it on my hand.
It feels like instantly secure, and you feel like after you just put it on, you feel so much better. Like the weight that was on your shoulders and your mind bogging you down is like diminished almost completely.
Wow.
I'll tell you what the shield is. It's a special version of another shield. I got my. So this is a special version of a rudium shield. If you've heard that
Oh.
before.
I have.
But in this regard, we're going to call it the Shield of the Bride.
Cool.
Okay. If you look up the rudium shield
Mhm.
traits, instead of rudium corruption, you replace that with Sinborn corruption.
Right.
And we already talked about that, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, okay. And there's no physical effect to that corruption besides the exhaustion, and become more sympathetic to the cults.
Roger that.
And you already know the condition of what that is.
Yeah.
If you get those points. And instead of if the rudium is destroyed, for the secondary purpose of the shield is if the bride is destroyed. Then if the bride is destroyed, it becomes a +2 shield with no
Okay.
other abilities.
Cool.
Umla, do you want to touch the Cly Lyre? Pick it up? Do anything to it?
Yes,
Okay.
I will pick it up and I'll pick it up and start kind of messing with it.
Okay, you like strum it?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you strum it once, you hear a voice as well. This voice says, "Thou who waketh thee, do thy bidding, and bringeth thee to the foulest of beings polluting this fine plain. Together we shall slayeth the genie."
Hey, you sound like my dad, mate.
Now that you've strummed this Cly Lyre, you're unable to part with it.
You fool.
It's cursed.
I'm just holding it. I'm just like, I put it on my back and I'm like,
Make a
"Guess
nature
you're wrong
check.
now, mate." All right. Oh god. Nature.
Or history, whatever you want.
Oh, that is a natural 1, my guy.
Okay. You don't even know it's coming from the Cly Lyre at first. And you think
Yeah, I
maybe
just hear the-
maybe it's your dad.
Yeah, just like, you sound like my dad, mate.
I'm trained in history, and I had a family background of a lot of trade and weird items. Could I assist him in this check?
You can't hear the voice.
No, not the voice, just the item.
The voice is what I was referring to the
Gotcha.
text to. Okay, so it speaks up again. It says, "Your father. Who is your father?"
Well, he's dead
And
now,
what does he
mate.
do?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? I just sound just like, he's dead now, mate. He was in a glass, and now he's not in a glass, cause the kitty guy let him go, and now he's dead.
Well, he's not dead.
I am the great Tao named Boror.
I didn't ask your name, mate. I don't care.
I am the slayer of genie, and they are
Okay,
some
mate.
loose in Odasses.
All right, mate. Well, let's go get him.
What was his name?
You know
Dal Bor.
His name's Boror.
Bolror.
Roar.
Yeah.
Aurora took.
And invented the new
Says-
game of golf at the same time.
He makes a sniffing sound like a. You reek of the genie.
Yeah, man. I told you it was my dad, man. I already said that. Are you not listening?
Take me to your father.
I just told you he's dead, mate.
Are we hearing all this, or is this in their
No,
heads?
he is not dead. I sense
Then
him.
where? Then where is he, mate?
He lives, and you will bring me to him.
That doesn't. How am I supposed to take you? You're making this hard.
He'll say, "I can sense when genie are on the current plane, and if they're within 5 miles, I know the exact location."
So is he within 5 miles?
No, but he is on the current plane.
Then, mate, don't talk to me until he gets close.
This instrument is cursed, so you don't want to part with it. And if you want to cast any of the spells with it, you have to make a DC 18 Charisma save, or instead cast Stone Shape.
Oh god. A
It
charisma
takes up that
save.
spell. It takes up that spell use for the day, whatever you're trying to use.
Okay. This is in. I can find this on the inventory, right?
It'll be on. I mean, if you look in D&D Beyond, you'll find it there.
Okay, that's what. That's
It's. But the special things are it can detect the genie within 5 miles and knows this one's on the current plane.
Okay.
And if you're trying to cast one of its spells, either roll DC 18 Charisma save or cast Stone Shape instead. One of the spells on it is Stone Shape. That one you can cast without the saving throw because it doesn't matter.
Okay, so anything else on it, I'd have to use a charisma save.
Yeah. Otherwise, you cast Stone Shape because it's a Dao and it's Rock Boy.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Okay. I tell the genie, I tell the genie slayer, I'm just like, look, man, if you're gonna sit here and you're gonna hang out with me, you gotta know 3 things. 1, shut up. 2, I don't want to hear you talking. 3, we gotta kill the kitty god. All right, mate?
What the shit?
I like the way you think. I will keep quiet if you let me do slayeth, especially
Oh,
to
mate.
genie.
As long as you tell me there's a genie, you can talk all you want.
There are genies on this plane.
Fantastic, mate. All right, I heard that part. Just within 5 miles.
I will speak when I want.
Within the expanded time, mate. If you're gonna speak, help me find out a plan to kill the kitty guy without him finding out that we're the ones killing the kitty guy.
I suggest we cast Stone Shape.
Mate, that's like the shittiest spell, like, ever, mate.
Let's cast it now. And he tries to
No.
cast Stone Shape.
I put it on my back. And I said, you
Okay.
get a timeout, mate.
Okay, good. You don't you don't cast Stone Shape.
I just put him on my back, and they're just like, all right, mate, you just sit right there, and we'll talk later.
Okay, so once again, Seema is like grabs Drake by the hand and like bows her head and offers an apology. I'm so sorry. I didn't know any of this was actually real. I just thought it was some type of tale to make fun of you.
Well, if you were there shortly after I left, then you must have not have learned of the horrors. You weren't brainwashed, so I
I
believe
was
you.
always treated kindly because I was in the guilds before. And she looks to Kaz because she knows Kaz knows her. I've done terrible things.
He strikes a hero pose. He like puts the shield on his back and he just like looks back over his shoulder at her. He just sees steely eyes beneath his helm, mask. Although I am interested in the helm.
You did take your helmet off at one point, remember?
I don't honestly.
You made a grin because you liked what was happening.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I did enjoy that.
Oh, I remember.
All right. So yeah. So what else is in this chamber? Do you guys remember?
Yes.
We are.
People.
You guys were clearing the
Technically, he's
barricade.
correct.
Which is the
Dreek
best
was
kind of
clearing the
correct.
Wilkin, was that?
I was saying Dreek was clearing the barricade.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember what was behind it? You could see behind it.
No.
I'll say it during this gathering of the coins and all this loot, Seem apologizing and all this other nonsense that's going on. The rest are taking on the barricade. Once you get the barricade pretty much all the way down where you can go over it, it's another flooded tunnel.
Okay. Flooded tunnel. Like, can't go through it?
The other side?
It looks like the tunnel goes down, but if you want to go down and take a look under the water, you may.
I could do that.
Sure. You jump in the water, you take a look up. It looks like the tunnel leads
Hi.
steadily upwards.
Okay. Can
I
I?
go with him as someone who doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah. Can I go further?
You may. Do you want to tell the rest of the party where you're going and what you see first?
Yeah, I'll tell everybody. There's Brandon?
Oh, sorry. Just real quick, I apologize. I was gonna ask. Did I still get the key, Tyler?
No one else claimed it, so I'll let you have the dormant key. Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Of course.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Drake got the. Did anyone else want something specifically? Because we talked about it in chat. Just message in the Discord chat if you wanted something specifically.
Was anyone going for the blood axe?
That was a two-handed weapon. I felt like that would be something good for Wolken. If he doesn't want it, then that's fine.
Yeah. I don't need it, but I can take it if nobody else wants it.
I disconnected for a second because I went to Windows. What was the question?
Bill asked if anyone wanted the blood axe, which is a two-handed axe. So I figured that'd be something that Wolken would like.
Vulcan already took the ring, so I'm not super concerned about.
Well, if you don't want it, just toss it in the bag.
Yeah, I would give you the axe because I'm gonna be going more claw now.
Cool. All right. If nothing else, just throw all the items in the bag and divvy them out later. Drake comes out. What do you tell him?
Looks like there's a path ahead, but it's flooded. I can swim up and see what's going on above. So I do.
Do it. We'll coordinate the looting down here.
Well,
Find us a way out.
have fun with that. I was never good at math, so I'll be back.
Okay.
Honestly,
I will come with you.
let
Cool.
us escape
All
from
right.
this cave.
The robot
before
and I.
we divvy up the findings.
We'll do this then.
Just
Let us
collecting.
set our
Woohoo.
priorities straight.
Water World?
Underwater tunnel.
Club, 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 club.
Kevin Costner?
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Who is actually going in here? Is anyone going here that needs to breathe air?
Not
I can
Game.
technically breathe water. I looked up my abilities. I technically have a thing that lets me breathe in water.
You mean the thing that you just got?
No, it's actually different than the thing I just got, but I do have something. It's one of my beast things. I can gain a swimming speed equal to my walking speed, and I breathe underwater.
Okay.
Wait,
Cool.
do you like transform?
No,
Or
it's
do you
just
just,
part
like,
of
grow
my.
gills?
It's at the end of every short rest or long rest, I have 3 different things I can switch between, and right now I have a swimming speed and a breath ability. But I have another thing too, but that's for later.
It's for a different rest.
I can hold my breath for 15 minutes.
Okay. Drake, you'll be fine. Vulcan doesn't need to
Alright.
breathe. You'll be fine. Umla doesn't need to breathe. You'll be fine. Zoom, you're gonna use your ability, so you don't need to breathe.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Kaz Daye,
I'll be fine
You-
with the
if you
shield.
attune to it.
Fair enough.
I happen.
We'll have a chance.
As we are using this bag of holding, there is some air inside of it. I believe we could use this to take breaths as we travel on the way up. By my estimations, maybe about 10 minutes for one person. So, divide that amongst those of us who need breaths.
Keep in mind, if you open the bag in the water, water's gonna come in.
Yeah.
So it'd be more of water going in than air coming out. So, I mean, maybe you could stick your head in there and try to get some air. But it'd be
You need
difficult.
a straw.
A snorkel.
You need a scuba snorkel of holding.
Make our bag all moldy.
Okay, so let's see. Is anyone not staying behind? That's the question I want to ask.
Are they just doing a scouting run right now?
Seems like it.
Then I shall stay behind.
Yeah.
Okay, then those people who don't need to
Someone
breathe
say
air
what-
or whatever, who can breathe underwater, don't need to breathe. You guys, I'll just describe what's going on.
Actually, do you want to bring a rope with you so you can mark the path should it branch?
Sure. I got a bunch
Alright.
of rope.
Yeah, I got
picked up
100
some
feet of rope
that
now.
fell.
From mine plus Acasio's.
Cool. So you tie up some rope together and start swimming out, not needing to breathe or breathing water. And you start swimming out, and the tunnel leads past other downward leading tunnels, and up towards the opposite side of the island shoreline. And you do find an opening that leads back to the shore itself. You run out of rope though. You only had like what 200 feet of rope.
That was 100, so it wasn't a ton.
100.
But
Okay, yeah. You assume it's like about 300 feet that you need to swim.
Is it dark down here?
Very, very dark.
Would it be
Like every once in a
practical to
while,
have
you do
light?
see. Yeah, light would be helpful. Every once in a while, you see like beams of light coming from the above. So you think maybe you could come up, maybe get a gulp of air, but it's like very small cracks.
Since I pretty much have unlimited air, I go back to Seema and I touch her, and I cast light on whatever equipment I touch on her.
Yeah, you touch her, just her armor. I think she's just wearing armor. You just touch her like breast and light her up. Josh didn't catch
I
that.
light her up.
I missed it.
Umla just touched your girl's boob.
Well, I'm gonna have to fuck you up.
Then I swim away
Have to
really
fuck you.
fast because I know what you're gonna look like when you get out of the water.
I'm not in there.
Yeah.
I didn't go. I don't like water.
Oh, you didn't go?
I'm a cat.
So
Stay behind.
That's a good point. Wilkin, you don't want to go in this water.
Oh shit, that's right. I don't. Forgot about that. It didn't go away.
No, you didn't take a rest. It's exhaustion. I know your fear has not gone away.
The urge, the fear.
Nope.
Do I still go? Forgot about that. Or do I retcon and stay behind?
I'll just say you're hesitant, but you're thinking that if the rest of the team is going this way, you might have to go this way anyway.
And we can start sweating, which is impossible.
No more water.
Just leaking oil.
You sweat oil.
Anyways, the first run up, you lead some rope up. You don't manage to get the full use of the rope to get to where you need to go to, but it's kind of obvious where you need to go to. The path kind of leads upwards, off to a rocky shoreline, and you find the shoreline. You cup up. Those who need to gasp for air, I think it's just Dreek, gasp for air, and I'll say who wanted to go with him?
I think Umla's going.
Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom will go.
Okay, so all three of you guys go up. Do you all three want to go back, or do you just some of you want to stay here?
I'll tell Drake to go get the ship so that it's closer. Do we know where we are on the island from here?
Make an intelligence check or a perception check, I suppose.
Let's see what's better. We'll definitely do perception.
Yep. So you think that you're pretty much on the opposite side of the island that you landed on, so you're on the south side.
Yeah, so I'll definitely tell Drake to go try and find the ship so it can get closer to us before the island sinks. Just so
Okay.
we're not like waiting out in water for hours. And then
Okay.
I'll head back.
I'll say it's been about 12 minutes since the island starts sinking. So it's 12 feet of 12 feet deeper in the water. Umlau, you go back with Zoom. Vulcan, did you go with them?
Yeah, I'll
I think I
go
was
back with
planning
Zoom.
to,
Okay, but did you?
but no.
Okay. So Zoom and Umlau come back. What do you say?
I tell everyone, it seems like we're on the opposite side of the island that we came in on. Drake is gonna go look for the ship and try and bring it around. But how long is the underwater path?
It's somewhere between 200 to 300 feet. It's definitely
okay.
swimmable for people who need to hold their breath.
Yeah. So it's swimmable, but we might want to wait until we get the ship closer.
Roll
Say we not-
an intelligence check. Actually, it's pretty. And you don't have to roll this. It's pretty obvious that the longer you guys are down here, the more you're underwater you're going to have to be.
We should probably go now then, just so we can get to at least some land before the ship gets here.
Agreed.
How long were they gone? Out of curiosity.
It would say it took not very long.
I have a swimming speed now, so I should be good.
Yeah, it just took them like within like a minute.
Okay. Let's be off then.
Right. Before we go, I'm gonna cast False Life on myself. Second level.
Okay, so
I'm gonna cast Bless on myself and Foz.
Ooh,
and who else?
I guess Zoom, but what's the point?
I mean, Bud's still there,
Oh, is Bud still there? Oh, well, yeah, sure,
Actually,
whatever.
Screw it.
and Seema's still there.
I thought Zima left.
No, she's with you guys.
I thought she
You
had
guys are
her
all-
grabs.
Oh, she didn't go in the water yet. She just
Okay,
got
wait. So, all
grabbed.
right. Let's back it up. Who's on the shore? I thought there was only two of us here.
3 people went up to the shoreline. It was not Vulcan. It was Umla, Zoom, and Dreek. Dreek stayed and was told by Zoom to get the ship.
Got it.
Umla and Zoom came back.
Got it. We've got Seema, Bud, myself, and Foz. Okay. Up to 3. So yeah, I'll choose those 3. 2 cats, myself, and Foz.
Cool.
2 cats, an angel, and an old guy.
Jump into a flooded tunnel. Okay, so those of you who cannot breathe underwater, you're gonna have to make some saving throw checks here.
Before we get in the water, I'll say stay close.
There we go. Because if you're close to him, you get some bonuses.
I've done all I can.
So I need you
might
guys
have
to make a con save to hold your breath and an athletics check to see if you swim fast enough.
Alright. And it's how much plus 3?
Yes.
Boy, here we go. Not terrible. And athletics. This is gonna be the fun part.
Can I assist Foswitty on the athletics?
Yes, please.
No, you cannot.
Oh.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
So what'd you roll? I'm looking at my notes
A
here.
literal 0.
You rolled a literal 0.
For athletics,
What was your-
10 for con.
Only 10 per con?
Yep.
Okay, it was a saving throw. Did you get any bonuses to that?
Oh, sorry, it would be a 13 then.
You succeed on the con save, but you fail the athletics check. You take 1 point of exhaustion, and you need to re-roll that athletics check.
Oh,
Wow.
That'll do.
I had to get my sea legs, apparently.
Okay. So you succeed with a 19. So you make it to the end. It was rough for you to do so, but you found your way. Everyone else, if you can't breathe underwater, make your con save and athletics check, please.
I believe we did.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Tell me what you got.
I got a 5 on a con save.
All right, and your athletics check?
Did you add a plus 3?
Oh no, that'll be 8 then, and I got a 14 on athletics.
Okay, you fail athletic. You succeed on athletics. You fail the con save. Roll. You take a point of exhaustion. Do the con save again.
Okay, for the sake of fairness, would the point of exhaustion affect the ability check I just made?
No,
Technically,
no,
with one
it's
point.
it's at the same time.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
the 20 applies.
Yep.
Because otherwise, I'd have to roll it with disadvantage.
What'd you roll, Josh?
For my second con save, a 4.
You take another point of exhaustion. You have to keep rolling. Remember, you get that plus 3.
Oh, it's a 7.
Can I? Would I be able to do something to help?
Aren't you
out
guys
or no?
blessed too? You get the plus the D4.
we do get
Oh,
plus
yeah.
plus
Oh,
fours.
for saves, yeah, it would help.
Saves and checks.
Okay, so I just rolled a D4 too, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone taking con saves?
That'll be
Is
a
that what I
4.
heard?
That'll be a 14.
You succeed on that one.
Only those of
So
us
you
who
make
can't
it.
breathe.
You start choking on the way
Okay.
up, and you start getting some gulps of water in. So you break through the surface like barfing up water. How did everyone else do?
I got a 16 con save, 10 total athletics.
You succeed on both, and you
Hey.
make it up with little effort. Vulcan, you don't need to, but you're gonna struggle to do it. You're not gonna like doing it. Are you the last one to go in the water? You're muted, I
You're
think.
muted.
I was muted. I thought I didn't leave the water.
You didn't go in the water, correct?
Oh, I thought I did.
The
but I
first
didn't leave it.
Well, you didn't say you went because you said you stayed behind. Did you want to go the first time?
I misunderstood. I thought I was like returning. So
Okay, that's fine. If you wanted to go the first time, it doesn't really matter because it's not going to affect you. But you're going to need to make me a wisdom saving throw.
do I hear something?
Do I need to make a save?
No, you're fine. Just
Okay.
Vulcan. Okay, no exhaustion for you for being in the water this time.
Okay, I found my demons.
Yep. Seema needs to roll. Let's see. Oh, damn it. I made you click on this thing. Oh, she looks like she succeeds on both. No problem at all. Bud, you see your girl just powering through this, even while injured, just swimming right past you and just like blasting away through this water.
Female Leonin were always better at the hunt.
I laugh like really weirdly but dramatically at Bud and Seema.
What does the laugh
Just
sound
like-
like?
Yeah, show me your laugh.
I just ha ha look at the kitty guy and the kitty lady all wet from the water.
You look all mangy and happy.
Look at you, man. Look at you.
Yes, get your laughs in while you can.
Oh, mate, I can't wait for other adventures when you get wet, mate. This is gonna be a good time forever and a day.
All right, well, you guys all make it there. I'll bring up another picture here. Who's it? Dreek, you were sent off earlier, so you're gonna get there a little quicker. Roll a perception check, please.
Yes, sir. I'm a perceptive boy.
Very good. Let's see, 20.
Yarp.
As you approach where you know the ship the Tidebreaker was, and where you stopped your little rowboat, or you docked your rowboat,
Yeah.
you hear the faint voice of Vera Huxley screaming for help at the top of the peak. She's like, "Help! Help!"
What the fuck?
You know that she's trapped inside, so she's trying to like lift boulders to get out of here.
How far is it away from us?
The peak,
Yeah.
and it's 100 feet up. I mean, like sloped up to 50 feet high above the water.
And there are rocks in front of her that she's trying to push out of the way.
I mean, the cave entrance collapsed. Remember? And
Yeah,
she's-
these are the
yeah.
rocks that
Okay,
killed that one guy.
So here's what I do. Here's what Umlau does.
You're not there. This is
Not
Dreek.
there.
Oh, Dreek's by himself. Okay, I thought Umlau
Yeah.
was there. I was gonna cast because I have spell sniper. I was gonna cast Eldritch Blast at her.
Is she behind? Sorry, this is just Daniel wondering. Was she behind the rocks and like the voice is coming from behind her? Or is she like on the top of the island?
No, she's behind. I mean, she hears the echoing, but it sounds like it's coming from behind rocks. Like it's
Okay.
faint. It's not very clear at all.
Sorry, just trying to get the mental picture. Theater of the mind.
Sure.
Ooh.
And this is the lady I was fighting?
Yeah, it's the chick that cut the rope.
Oh. Oh, you see you're trapped in there, eh?
You scream back loudly enough to where she can hear you, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Please, I'm sorry. Please don't leave me here to die."
Why the hell would I save you when you dropped us down into that hell pit?
I'm begging you.
I don't give a shit.
Do you walk away? Can you continue towards your ship?
Yeah.
Okay. And she screams like, "No, please, no!" And it fades away. But as you approach your ship, come on, move back.
Dark side points.
Squid!
Dark side points. Dark side points.
Renegade.
Yes.
I'll post this for everyone to see. You guys see this.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Dang it, octopus, not squid.
The mothership, right?
I'll just cross out
That's
giving
your
the boat to you guys as out of my notes.
The Black Pearl. Davy Jones.
You get there and you're shocked, and you see this, and a bunch of the crewmen are jumping ship and trying to get away, but the tentacles are grabbing most of them. And by the time you're like stopped and like don't know what to do, the rest of your party approaches you.
Is the pirate ship still available?
You look towards the pirate ship, and they're pulling up sails and starting to sail away.
Shit.
Your rowboat is now floating freely in the water,
My God.
so you can swim to it if you'd like.
Okay. Well, that's better than what we had. Everybody onto the rowboat.
As you get closer to the rowboat, start swimming to it, the tidebreaker's hull splits in two, and it gets pulled underwater completely.
Jesus.
You guys all jump
I
onto
had a lot of good ingredients on that thing.
you guys jump into your rowboat. You see the pirate ship, the Dirty Misters, sail away.
We can't keep a boat.
Say, so we can't keep up to. Can I roll a perception check and see if there's anything else that we could like use to get out of here?
You may.
Because I grabbed the Watchful Helm and it doesn't require attunement. Apparently, I have advantage on perception checks for sight. So, does your version? I pulled this off online.
Go ahead.
So, like, does yours? Okay. Oh, good thing too. 18
This
total.
this island, I mean, it's almost halfway underwater.
Right.
I'd say probably a third underwater. It's very rocky. There's nothing like living on this island, I'd say, besides brush and some some sea life is present. You might be able to use like branches to make wood to make a makeshift raft, but you don't think you have enough time for it.
Is there a Wilson volleyball?
I'm mostly
kidding.
looking for like other ships, something for us to board, I guess. But if this is the only boat we have, then I guess we're rowing, boys.
Question.
Looks like a rowboat.
Question. How far away is the pirate ship? Just for...
From your original docking place, it was about 400
From our
feet.
current location, from our rowboat right now.
Where you are, it's about 500 feet away from you.
Okay. I could make a couple of us fly. We could intercept the ship. Possibly.
Like, what are your heads at?
As you're saying this, it's still flying away, and it's going to have a movement speed of over your fly speed. You know that.
Over 60 feet?
Yes.
Okay. Then maybe
Ash,
not.
though, with flight, right?
Yeah, you could.
Catch up. But then it would be whoever casts
Then
fly
it's-
versus the remaining crew.
Yeah, then it's two
Yeah.
people versus the boat.
Yeah.
With no action.
One of which is
anyway.
me.
Yeah.
So, unless you want me to fireball the boat into oblivion.
I assume you guys are all on the rowboat at this point, yes?
Yeah.
Umlau can also cast fly and levitate on people as well.
Can we cast levitate on the boat?
Oh.
No, the boat is not a creature.
Possibility.
That's a dumb
And
shame.
just another question. This is just strictly a rowboat. It's not like a small sailing boat,
No,
correct?
it's not. No sails. It's
Can
rowers.
you cast fly on the rowboat?
No.
No, it's just
I only have one
Creatures.
thing. I only have one thing to say then. Row me, bully boys, row.
Cassio died, so we could have made him into a sail.
While you guys are like deciding what to do, there are 8 sailors trying to swim towards you, and you know you can only fit at most 4 more people on this boat.
I shoot him with Eldritch Blast.
Do you?
Wow, you're getting so
That was
dark
quick.
now.
You shoot all of them?
I just, yeah,
here-
I'm like, we have no
No
room for
hesitation.
anybody else. I take him out.
After
Okay.
the
Roll some attacks.
after the first wave of Eldritch Blast come out, I will go for his throat.
Umlau?
Yeah.
I'll do the
Okay.
same.
Umlau, please make some rolls.
All right,
Three quarters.
give me just a second.
And here, Foz was just gonna turn him away once they got to the boat.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're all out of space. You'll have to reserve tomorrow.
No, he'd let 4 of them in and then be like, "No, you 4 are destined to die."
That sounds like Foz.
I foresee your death. The 4 of you.
Your fate was sealed when you accepted this.
What level are we?
7?
What level are we? 7?
7?
So I think you get 2. 2 pew pew.
2 beams at 5th level. Yeah, I get 2. Oh shit. Actually roll a fucking attack. That'd be smart.
Does anyone have Dimension
Jesus.
Door?
I do not.
So the first one is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
The second one is a 23 to hit.
You hit both of them right in the face, and it just pops their heads.
The first one.
And the rest of the guys swimming can like stop for a second, but then they look back and they realize there's nothing else to go. They just start swimming towards you. So there's 6 more guys heading towards you. Kaz and Bud jump on you. What would you guys exactly like to do?
I actually wait. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought he had more beams.
I won't. I am going to cast Hold Person on him.
It's a good call.
Like holding my, like basically casting it through my morning stars. I'm pointing it directly at him, like, "Stop this right now, Umlau!" And almost like a lion's roar.
One of the guys that Umlau shot was the guy that you talked to in the beginning, Kaz, that was afraid and unsure of traveling. If you remember that.
I look at Bud. I look at Bud.
Mate, we have no room. We have no more mouths to feed. If we have to save them, we can't save us, mate.
Make the wisdom save.
Wisdom save, please.
Alright.
You can't talk your way out of this one, Bard.
We'll see. We'll see. Jesus, this is ridiculous.
In a way, I kind of hope you succeed, because I want to see what happens. Stir the pot. Stir the pot.
It is a what's the DC?
15.
15.
Oh, aren't you so lucky? I rolled a 14.
Baby! So you like get locked in place, paralyzed.
It's kind of like a cinched up tight.
Just got Kylo Ren.
And you have 6 men sailing or swimming towards you. You can only fit 4 on at max.
Which is
You'll regret saving her, and you'll
I
regret
will-
saving everybody else, mate.
Well, you can't talk. Or can he? I don't know. How does hold
Paralyzed, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I think it's you can only speak falteringly?
So he's like
Because you're-
jittery
Yeah,
voices.
Or something.
You can't move or speak.
Yeah, it says
Oh,
you're
never mind.
paralyzed, you can't move or speak.
I will.
And now you get inspiration.
Where are there like 2 stragglers and like 4 who are very clearly going to make it onto the boat?
Yes.
I let 4 onto the boat, and then cast fear on the other 2.
Oof.
Okay.
I put a hand on Bud's Morningstar, and I'm just like kind of lowering it. I'm like,
What do they have to roll?
wisdom saves. And if they're afraid, their speed becomes 0 while they're in my aura.
You only do it on the 2, right?
Yeah.
And what's your DC?
15.
1 succeeds. 1 does not. So 1's starts swimming the other direction, heading towards like a piece of driftwood from the shipwreck. But you still have a 5th one headed towards you guys.
I will say to everybody else, get this boat moving. It's a lost cause, Bud.
Kind of throws my head back and looks at the situation. It's like, we saved at least 4, and I see this other guy still swimming towards him. Like, I only do this for you. and I turn and look at the last guy swimming towards us, and I'm actually gonna cast my daunting roar, and I'm gonna let out.
Please don't leave me.
And I'll just look at Koss, just like real upset, and I just look back at the guys trying to get on the boat, and I let out the roar, and he needs to make a DC 12. Yeah, DC 12 Wisdom save or be frightened away.
Wisdom. He fails, so he stops at your roar and swims off the other direction towards the other guy. You gotta start paddling away.
Koss puts the helm back on. He's like, "You don't do it for me, bud. You do it for the rest. You do it for the many."
The four guys you brought, the 4 guys you brought on the rowboat are like crying and shaking.
I'll just try and comfort them, I
One's
guess.
like, I want to go home. I want to go home. And you guys start paddling away.
Yeah, we'll see.
Am I still held?
It lasts, I think, a minute or something.
Yeah, it lasts for a minute.
So
yeah, we'll see. Zoom just starts like paddling, like kind of his head's down, and you see like his knuckles are like white. But yeah, he's just like doing all the rowing. I'm assuming Zoom is big enough to like row this whole boat if he can.
Yeah, just make me like 3 athletics checks, please.
Can do.
Can somebody assist?
If you're
I'm
trained
trained
in athletics, yes.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Oh, well, definitely not trained in that.
In athletics? Let
Yeah.
me see.
Yeah, Kyle's did it already.
I got a plus.
Wait, do I
Okay.
have guidance now?
Yeah, just do.
How do you only have a
3.
+3 in athletics?
Oh,
What?
wait,
Not
just a
trained.
sec. I'm going to
Oh,
give
yeah,
Zoom
okay.
guidance, because that's a thing I have now. Why didn't it roll?
Put it 3 times in the chat.
It posted
Can't
the
see this.
spell.
Oh,
Hey.
fine. Just a sec.
Wow.
It's okay. You guys did plenty well to where you're gonna be able to roll.
Oh, but I want
rope
the.
fine.
There we go. Add one to that. Yeah.
I am guided by purpose.
Fine. You do feel like the shield that you've equipped is like bolstering you a lot. Where you were insecure before you left Ryland, heading back, you feel better.
I'd like to drop, pretty quick. I'll drop the hold person on Umlau, and seeing the other Koss kind of grab an oar, I will grab one myself, and if there's another one, I'll slam it into Umlau's chest, and with almost like a grumble, "You're rowing till we get back."
And I look back at him just as angry, and Umlaut's like,
Mate, you let them drown. At least I gave them mercy, mate.
Are they within?
and I just sit
60
down, and I'm just like,
feet?
yeah, I start rowing, but I was just like,
No mercy, mate. You're just gonna let them drown, slow and die in the water. You won't just give them a clean, nice death. Who's the jerk, me or you, mate?
I'd say you.
At least I had the decency to let him go quick.
I wouldn't say
You gave him
decent.
hope, mate. You gave him false hope.
Better to die with hope than with fear in their eyes.
Right, they just died. There was no fear there. They didn't even know it was coming. Just bang, bang. You saw it. Pop, pop.
Just row, and I'd slam the oar into you.
You get inspiration, bud.
All right.
As you guys are rowing away, I had you roll those checks to see if you could maneuver through the teeth. Remember coming in through the teeth?
Yeah.
Seems to be the tide has been kind of diminished. There's not really splashing waves coming up against the island anymore since the island's going down. And you're able to get through no problem. As you're paddling away, Foz, you get one last migraine, a horrible headache, and you hear the voice that you heard before of the Doomwicker saying, "Your fear only makes me stronger. You've seen me once. Now I will haunt your nightmares forever." And you see yourself beneath it in your head, and it's just like looking down at you.
So it
What's
just
your
kind of
question?
shudders a bit, but says nothing to the rest of the party.
Got it. What was your question?
Oh, you never mind. You answered it. Yeah, I didn't realize you were done. So I was just gonna ask a clarifying question.
Cool.
But you answered it.
Yeah, you get this overcoming feeling of helplessness after this. You guys row and row and row. Please make me Constitution saving throws each.
Everyone has a +3 because this boat is really tiny.
Close proximity.
Is question? Is this for like exposure, like to the elements
got
and stuff, or is this like
It's
physical
hot
exertion?
as shit, and you're tired.
Okay. I can create water to cool us off and give us some drinking water if we need it.
That would be helpful. The only one that's struggling here is going to be
Actually,
Bud.
wait
I'm
for
gonna
it.
use my
No,
inspiration.
I'm good.
Okay.
Rust.
I gotta do it.
That's
What
better.
the hell was
That's a
that
lot
roll?
better.
On my screen, it just went pop, pop, pop.
Anyways, you're all good. Let me see if Seema's struggling.
Do we get long rests while this is happening?
Brandon's got to roll when he's back.
All right.
Not
I will-
quite that.
I will do a create water and give everybody a drink.
I rolled mine. I can't roll on
Oh, okay.
my laptop, so
What'd
I
you
got
get?
I got a 22,
You
20,
guys are all good.
21.
Tremendous.
You guys are rowing, and it takes you're out on the sea for a long time. What'd you ask, Cause?
Oh, if
Long
we
rest.
have a long rest, yeah.
I allow you to get a long rest without any type of exhaustion here. Everyone can get a long rest.
Yay.
Is that gonna take one of my levels of exhaustion away?
It sure will.
Sweet.
And
Anyone who has you. You can attune to
One
weapons.
more time,
and
Tyler. I'm
stuff.
sorry.
You're getting a long rest with. Yeah, you just get a long rest.
Okay.
You just continue rowing. One day goes by. You continue rowing. Roll another set of Constitution saving throws.
If I do create water, would that affect the difficulty?
I'd say it's necessary. You guys are going to need to drink.
Okay.
But
enough.
exhaustion. Well, it's mostly elemental. So you're in the heat and you're drinking. Well,
Well,
no, that's
because
fine.
I can do like like do like water splashy thing, but I think
I'll let everyone roll with advantage. How about that?
okay, fair enough. I think I can create do like a mist. I think. Let me
Okay.
double check. Create water. You can create 10 gallons of clean water within range in an open container, aka the boat. No, just kidding. Alternatively, the water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube within range, extinguishing exposed flames. So yeah, I can cool us
10
off.
gallons of water in
The-
a tiny boat.
Swamp mister as necessary.
Cool. Yeah. So everyone roll another Constitution save with advantage this time.
I got a 22. Do advantage.
You just gotta get over 10.
I got a 22.
Oh, yeah.
Roll a 30.
15.
Everyone got over 10, yeah?
Yeah.
You're good. Second day goes by. You have one more day at sea. Do it again one more time, please.
One more day.
Yeah, same watery stuff.
Is this also with advantage or no?
Yes, he's casting the water.
I got a dirty 20.
It's a reminder that you get a +3.
Yeah.
And it's
15.
advantage, so you guys should be all saving.
I'm trying to leave it.
Cool.
Better.
Yeah, you spend 3 days rowing at sea. Not really sure where you're going. You don't really have ways of navigating on a rowboat, but you're trying to head as much of a. Where are we?
Would
Much north as possible.
we be able to at least at nighttime try to use the stars to determine our course and adjust based on that?
Yeah, you do. I'm
Okay.
I'm not gonna make you roll anything for it.
Okay, fair enough.
You're on a rowboat. It's not like the tide's gonna be pushing you more than you can really row anyway. So
That's true. What are you talking about? Zoom is friggin' yoked.
he's just powering through the tide. And Anyways, on the third day, you see a merchant ship coming close to you guys. What do?
Is it day or night?
Third day, during the day.
Dawn of the third day.
I'm like, do we hail it?
Do you want? I mean, me and Boz could possibly fly up there.
I mean, I can ship a ray of frost. I have thaumaturgy.
That would work.
What does that do? I could boom
Make
my
your voice
voice
loud.
out.
What do
I
you say?
do that, or I could just detonate a fireball in the air as a flare.
They'll think they're being attacked and shoot at you.
No, I just do it like straight up, like just so they see it.
They're bad at aiming. Kill them.
Actually, since it was a new day, I might have a different spell for this.
Can you ping where-ish we're on the map?
You're not quite sure.
Okay.
Where?
But you assume the island is probably like how do I ping X? Somewhere around here.
Okay, so we're like one of the main shipping lanes we're kind of near.
So you're thinking you're probably a little further up here.
Interesting, okay. But we still don't see any land, right? Where it's still water.
So you assume the shipping, the merchant trade is probably this trade route here. Is where the ship is. You don't see the land yet.
Got it.
You cast thaumaturgy, Daniel?
Sure, yeah, I'll try to
What do you say?
boom my voice out. We help! We require assistance! We have been shipwrecked!
Cool. That echoes out very loudly. And you see the ship, you hear a ringing of the bell on the ship, and the ship begins turning towards you guys. And as it approaches, it lowers anchor and drops a rope ladder down for you guys.
I'll go up.
Cool.
It's pirates! No, just kidding.
That'd be hilarious.
I'll kill I'll eat every last fucking pirate on you.
And you're greeted by this guy.
This
Yeah,
guy.
I'll eat him. Sure.
Oh yeah, John Smith.
You guys are pretty hungry at this point, too.
Johnny Appleseed out here.
That's right.
Can I?
This guy says,
What can I steal from him?
my name is Captain Rang Dishmere.
Ooh, you're almost there. I was expecting.
Yeah, I'd be scared
else.
for a second there.
Not nearly enough purple.
Is that one name?
Rang Dishmere. It's Captain Rang Dishmere.
Rain.
I heard Ranga.
He's a half elf.
Raymond.
What are you doing at sea?
Shipwrecked. Out to sea with what remaining crew we have.
Shipwrecked. But the Dracolicioth is in the Odasses Sea now. Seem to be nesting there or something, and the sea is thought more safe. So what shipwrecked you?
Something with tentacles.
Tentacles. Sounds about right. Welcome aboard. They're, we're heading to Violent. We'll make port for you there.
That's all we ask.
It's perfect.
You spend the next day aboard the ship, and day and a half, and they get to Violent pretty swiftly. And you're dropped off back there. The extra crewmen that were allowed on your rowboat, you hear them like, I don't know, groaning, and you just hear their woes, and a lot of them say that they're never going to sail ever again. And that your party is kind of a curse and whatnot, and many of them just detest you guys in general.
What a bunch of babies, mate.
Well, they're not wrong.
You head back to the guild, yeah?
As they part, I'll just, like, as they grumble, I'll be like, detest us if you will. Remember who saved your lives.
Yeah, strictly looking at them like I'm losing a friend because of you. On top of everything else.
One turns back. He says, "The boat wasn't yours. The rowboat wasn't yours. You just happened to have it. It was convenient. Your friend shot two of
I look
ours."
right at him. I look right at him and go, mate, your life isn't yours now, mate. Remember that.
Are you gonna kill me like you killed the others?
He could have,
Will.
but he didn't. Now scram.
He scoffs and spits on the ground and walks away.
What's your name, mate?
He ignores you and keeps walking.
Find that guy.
Well then.
Remember this, Lear. Find that guy.
Bulwer speaks up. He's like, "We should kill him.
We will, mate. All in good time. We're making a
Time
list.
for stone shape."
Yes. No.
Yes. Yeah. Wait. No.
Simmer down. Stone
You
check
guys-
later or something.
Stone shape, yeah. You guys head back into the guild hall, and you're greeted by boy Wilbur Delax again.
Oh, this guy.
Says,
Yeah, Wilbur.
"Oh, welcome back, guys. How'd it go? You guys took a lot longer than we expected. So
Why
what's,
sending us
so what's the
back,
name of
mate?
the island? You guys get there first, yes?"
You like
Oh,
they're
we're
sending
the-
us to, right?
We're the only ones who left.
The only ones left. He looks out the window and he notices your ship isn't in the dock. You mean you destroyed the ship? It's gone?
Christ alive. Or Helm alive. The ship was taken down by something with tentacles. We found a great, is there like a classification of monster in the guild?
Waker?
Like, is Doomwaker something that they know? Or
That's
is
something that Fosra Dean has definitely mentioned to the guild, and they've all heard and seen the Dracola Seath, and you have mentioned it as one of the Doomwakers, so they know what that means.
The Kaiju Class
One of
5.
the things I didn't mention, I forgot to mention, is the thing that sank your ship. You recognize that it had one missing tentacle.
That's cute.
Oh, hey. Did it have lights on it?
It sure did. And Umlau, you recognize it as the same tentacles you saw in the other tunnel.
Oh God, no. Mm-hmm.
The
Don't speak
island,
monster, mate.
the island makes home to a Doomwaker class monster, as well as portals into the Underdark.
Got big squigglies.
And how did you survive, if you know this? Did you kill it?
No.
But that's
No,
what we
mate.
sent you there for. Was it too much for you?
Acasio's
back.
dead.
Yes.
Yes, well, he knew the risk. That's what your job is. You're hunters, right? That's part of the job.
Doesn't make it any easier.
Sure it doesn't. But this is not good news. We lost our ship. It was a Doomwaker. A new Doomwaker. And on top of that, the town of Gildan has been completely leveled.
Where?
Remember the mission I told you to go on? One of the missions I offered you, rather. In Nadir, beneath Nadir, the desert town of Gildan.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
leveled. It's gone. Wiped off the map.
The entire town of Gildan is gone.
Something has destroyed it.
All our day's work.
What?
I don't know. There's 0 known survivors, and no clues to what have caused it. We'll be dispatching the leader of the Warden of the Wild, Ilsa Fedara, to investigate the remains of the town.
Do we know who that is? Who's that?
You can make a history check.
And
You've heard the name before. You're not sure. You've never met her. Never seen her. You don't know what her race is, but you know she's the champion of the Wardens of the Wild, which is the Rangers. In addition, you know those tunnels that were showing up in Northern Novella?
Yeah.
They're now appearing in East Guinness, along with more vanishing country folk.
Are they making more, like, ugly things, mate?
Sorry, what'd you say?
So are they making more, like, bee things, mate?
More bees?
Bee things.
Bee things,
Yeah.
okay. Or fee things, like,
Sorry.
They're just raising the bank fees. The overdraft fees are insane, man. Sorry.
I don't know anything about that.
The taxes are too damn high.
The rent is. Anyway.
I don't know anything about that. Well, whatever was the problem with Ovella is no longer there. It seems to be moved to Guinness. At least that's what I hear. It could be moved again by the time I hear news of anything. We're a bit far from there. Always takes a few days to get news of what's going on.
Well, consider yourself educated.
And if you haven't heard the Dracola Sea Oth, the Doomwake of the Sea, it seems to be nesting in Odasses Sea. Seas in general have been a lot safer to travel, which is surprising to me that your ship got into a wreck. And what of the island? Tell me about it.
It was controlled by the Doomwaker. It now sleeps below the surface.
The Doomwaker sleeps below the surface.
The island, controlled by the Doomwaker.
The island sank back into the sea. How is this possible?
You should go and seek the Doomwaker and ask them that very nicely.
Well, your mission was a failure then.
Categorically.
And the ship is wrecked. Well, this
You
is
hard of hearing,
essentially...
like, Kazai is starting to lose his patience. You hard of hearing, mate.
No, I'm just saying this because someone's going to have to pay for this and it's going to have to come out of your cut.
Fine.
Hey, mate. Yeah, are we gonna get in trouble or not, mate? Because I got things to do, yeah?
You sent us on a fucking mission. The mission went tits up. You didn't tell us there was a Doomwaker there. We cleared all the pirates off the island. There was a Doomwaker at the bottom, in the Underdark. Technically, island clear.
You don't have to get mad about me about it. I'm with you guys. I understand that there's troubles to come up, but you know this is going to cause a lot of shit, and it's going to come down on me, not on you guys mostly. So I just need the gold to cover it, and I can't do that myself.
Well, talk to the guild. They were the one who funded the mission, gave us the ship, which wasn't our ship, wasn't your ship.
He lets out a big sigh. Says that's going to be 40,000 gold. I can't cover that. It's not on me.
The guild only funds successes. They don't fund failures. Is that the contract we signed? Yeah.
Well, they fund the travel. They don't fund the ship getting destroyed by failure.
Well, the ship did travel, and we got onto the island. It was destroyed while we were off island. While we were on the island, we got back, it was destroyed. We took a rowboat back. Been fucking days, mate. You want me to fork over 40,000 gold for your fucking rowboat?
At this point in time, the little cuck guy that you guys were talking shit to comes walking in. He was trailing behind you guys.
Like
he
the guy
says,
we rescued?
Yeah, the guy that you were telling to go away and talking shit to. He says, they killed 2 of the crewmen.
Oh,
I Umlau slaps the shit out of him. Just immediately, just hold on. Just
I take my helmet off and I glare down at him and say, "Be very careful what your next words are, mate."
I have nothing else to say. You guys killed 2 of the crewmen. Did you not?
Really, on my honor,
It's a 21.
More men would have died if your crew had lived. No one would have made it home. You would not have made it home if those crew members had lived.
If we weren't there waiting for you, we would have lived, yes.
You take a job, and sometimes you fail. It's not my problem if a fucking tentacle monster pulls you to the bottom of the sea. But what we can do is make sure your ass gets back to Ryland. Now if you want to put your money where your mouth is and fund the boat, by all means. Or I can fucking challenge you to an honor duel and I'll kill you right here in Helm's Honor. Right now. Come on.
You don't need to
I
fight
thought
me.
we were being pretty merciful, mate.
You can make an intimidation check if you want to, actually.
I do, actually. That's exactly
Oh,
what
can
I
I?
wanna do.
While you're saying that,
Can I give
saying
him?
this,
Can I
I'll
give
say-
him? Can he have advantage on it because I'm standing right because I slapped him?
Did you make
It was
an
a
attack roll?
21. It was a 20. Yeah, it was a 21 to hit.
Roll damage. Actually, it's just gonna be open hands, so it's 1 damage, right?
Yeah, it's 1 damage.
He takes 1 damage. You slap him so hard, his like corner of his mouth starts bleeding. He like spits blood down. He says, "I've taken abuse before. I've had abusive captains. I know how it is."
This is gonna be more than abuse, mate.
He takes a step back when you start like barking at him a bit, Kaz. He says, "Listen, my captain left. The first mate left. All of our crew of high ranking left, and you guys took their place. I believe if they were still around, we would have made it out fine, but we got you guys instead. And
They
because of
left.
that, many
They
people died."
left you. And you
Whoa.
got a job, you got paid, and you're going to be the only one that's paid.
I'm not getting
you
paid.
want-
The ship's gone. The mission was a failure. We don't get paid.
What do you want me to do? Fund your
You-
tale of woe? Because we lost a
Right.
member too. We were the ones to go down underneath the island, find out what's going on there. We're not getting paid. Some of us died, and what? You want me to cry because some of you died on a dangerous mission out on sea? You knew the risks. You take the blame, just like the rest of us do. You got back, the others didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, mate, so quit
But
your
I
whinging.
also know something that I think, Wilbur here needs to know. And that is that you have pirate treasure gold that can pay for the ship
Tell
that's
him that.
lost.
How would
Sorry.
he know
I knew I
that?
should have killed him, mate.
Yeah, was he there?
Yeah, how does he know that? Because
He
we
was on
weren't
the
talking
ship.
about it.
He knows that you guys went down there, so he's speculating that you have it.
We didn't find anything, mate.
Roll a deception check.
You can speculate all you want.
He
Our
didn't
job
say he was
was-
speculating, he's just saying.
I'm telling him he's speculating.
Well, unless roll
Go to 24.
okay, that's fair.
I just say I tell him like,
We didn't find anything, mate. We made it out with our lives and saved yours. Yeah?
Okay, so keep in mind that with this lie, you do have unmarked coins. If you use these coins, people will know that it's not from this time period.
understood.
Wilbur's like, just shut up, both of you. This isn't helping anything.
You're the one who over here, mate. Oh, ho!
I don't see what the big deal is. We lost another ship a couple months ago, and nobody gave us a bunch of shit.
The taking is that ship that was lost wasn't just there to transfer you.
Hey, do you guys remember that other ship we lost, mate, when we first started adventuring together?
You guys
I
didn't
think
lose
we
that
lost
ship,
our-
actually. You guys
I think we
succeeded
lost
in
the
keeping
ship.
that one back.
I think we've lost a ship every time we've been out at sea, mate.
Not every
Right.
time.
Nope, just one ship at sea, and that wasn't your ship, and it wasn't assigned to you.
It's at the Fjord of Bragg.
However, it is news to me that your crew, your captain and your first mate and all your higher up crew abandoned the ship.
Before we even left.
Bastards.
This is news to me. He looks to the other guy that just mentioned this. Just get the fuck out of my sight.
Yeah, we
This
came
is
back
not
with
on
a
you at all.
couple of wet pussies, yeah?
This is not on you at all, then.
That's right.
We can only do what we could make to make it home.
Very well. I'll bring this information to the higher ups. And the ones that abandoned the vessel are going to be punished and have to pay the debt.
Well, I think they're dead, man.
Glad that is solved. And with that, you guys all level up.
Oh, baby.
Oh boy.
OMG.
Sorry.
And
I get a thing. I get a thing.
and you mentioned that you lost one. The fishman, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, the sad guy.
Yeah.
You'll be appointed another to fill his place. We're picking someone out that's most fitting.
Is he going to be just as sad as the other guy?
Feeling lucky.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I assure you he's going to be qualified.
All right, mate, but he better know how to take a joke, or be just as sad as the other guy, or I'm going to be very upset.
Dang it! Every friggin' time. I rolled another 1 on my HP die for the 3rd level in a row. Oh wait.
Wow.
Wait, sorry.
What is it again for HP? God damn it.
Shoot.
Hit die
I just
plus what?
realized. Wait. I did cleric. So,
It's just the
yeah.
roll. And if you don't want the roll, you can take the half plus 1.
Taking the average.
Or you can
Okay,
roll
you
it.
just take the roll or take the roll or half plus 1. Gotcha.
Technically, I was doing it wrong, so I need to redo it because I was doing a D6 when I took a level in cleric, so I should be doing a D8. Yet another one.
Oh.
I'm in triple digits.
Wow.
Our
I
world
think I
kill
still just
cannot
have
affect you.
D6s. I just can't remember.
If you have D6, I think it goes to
Oh.
what, 4. You can take a 4.
Yeah, I have I'm a rogue and a bard, so I can't remember my hit dice with D5s or sorry, D6s or D8s.
Use whatever die you leveled up in. So if you took a level in Rogue, it's 6. If you took a level in... Wait.
Or is it
Whichever one
both?
it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
because I think it's.
Rogue's D8.
Let me see. I'll
Alright,
just.
I
I'll
got
just.
5. I will take it.
A little bad for like the first time on HP in this campaign, but I took the average and now I'm over 100.
Nice. I'm
Yeah,
at.
7.
Wait, guys, I just broke 40. I'm at 41 now.
Nice.
Nice.
Tyler, was there anything else you got?
That is all. That's the end of my sessions. And if Matt has something to do an intro to his next
do.
set of...
Oh.
Also,
I do a quick thing.
Go ahead.
So, you won't need your rolls or levels or anything for this, so, you know, so just give me your attention for just a little bit and we'll just wrap this up. 30. So, I'll open it up first. Does anybody want to do or say anything? Like, you guys are leaving now from the guild hall. You've just finished speaking with Wilbur Dullax. No pay. You don't have to pay for the ship, thankfully. But you have Seema in tow. Is there any conversations you guys want to have now before you part ways for the moment?
Oh, sorry. That is something I didn't need to say. Seema's there.
Right. Yes.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'll get to her. I have things I have to
As soon as
say.
Seema
Wow.
steps through the door of the guild, Wilbur does notice who she is. He says, "Why is she with you?"
Well, I saved her life.
This one's a wanted criminal.
I look to her, just like, what? Seema, this couldn't be true.
Hey, are you
She
kidding?
looks at you like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" She says, "I know what I've done. It's okay. Lock me up. I deserve it." And Wilbur has a couple guards come and put her in shackles and pull her away, unless you guys do something.
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely be just kind of like, and then part of me's like, stops to him and says, there didn't happen to be a bounty out for her, was there?
He laughs and he says, "I'll give you 200 gold."
You got yourself a deal.
He hands you 200 gold.
I was gonna intervene, but I don't know if I want to anymore.
Wow.
And then Sima looks back at you like, motherfucker. As she's pulled away.
I shout out, I'll hold on to this for you when you get out. And I turn to Umlau and I say, my friend, you must know I didn't mean to hurt you. I never did. I just didn't want you running off into the dark and getting into more trouble. You could have fallen down that hole. You could have slipped and run into more monsters. I didn't mean for you to trip, fall, and get hurt even more. Here, I pulled a bag of 200 gold. Will this help? And I...
If I give you some money out of my wallet, Brick, will that make you feel better?
I just sold my girlfriend.
I sold my girlfriend for you.
Wow.
Quite literally, bros before hoes.
Yeah.
I look at him, and I'm just like, mentally, I go, all right, Leo, we're going to take the kitty guy off the list, but we're going to add a couple more onto the list. And then I take the 200 gold and go, I'm going to turn this into 4 gold. You'll see. Spend it real quick, mate.
I don't doubt that one bit. Walk off into the sunset.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say or do?
Go ahead.
Foz will approach Zoom and be like, it's got rather close back there, but I knew you were going to make it.
Yeah, Zoom is like, the whole time he's been really quiet, and not a lot of people checked in, but what a lot of people didn't see was that while he was like having these quiet contemplative moments, like silently he had like this strange smirk on his face, and like his eyes are normally obscured by his hair, but like you could sort of see like a strange glint in his eye the whole time, but nobody really saw it. But yeah, probably Foz sees it now since he's approaching me, and then it quickly dissolves, back to like base Foz
Radin will remember this.
And he just goes, yeah, it was real tough spot, but we made it, so everything's fine.
Yes, well, we shall see. You have come back from worse, I'm afraid to say.
Yeah, but that one certainly felt the most thrilling. And you see like a little spark of it return. And he goes, and he says like, can't wait for the next one.
Ah, so is this to be a recurring event?
I think I'd like a rematch.
I might too, in a way, now that we know what we are dealing with. If we were able to properly prepare, I think we could have been successful.
Indeed.
So, what are you going to cook for dinner? And walk away. Probably toward a food market.
Zoom is probably going to go to his restaurant, if it's still there.
It is still there. I assume you've hired some sort of staff to actually run the place while you're not around, because this isn't your primary job, but...
Yeah.
No, it's just one dude named Romungo.
But as always, upon your return, it is not quite up to snuff, and the ingredients
I have a question,
aren't quite
though.
as good.
Who has the gold, actually, right now?
Currently I do in the bag of holding.
Okay. I'll say, like,
I don't-
as we do it, I'm like, I've been meaning to talk with you, but not in front of, like, the rest of the crew and, like, all the people. Because, you know, I had some good ideas back while we were rolling on the ship there. Like, how we can sort of hide this money through the restaurant. Basically use it as, like, a big money. I think you can, like, wash it somehow. They call it money laundry. I don't know.
Glad I asked before.
Do you know anything about that, Foz? Is that something that a restaurant can do?
Oh, well, if fortune tellers can do it, I'm sure restaurants as well.
Perfect. You're never wrong, Foz.
We may need. You said these were unmarked coins, Tyler?
Yep, they have no mint on them.
Okay. We
Slabs
may
of
need to
metal.
employ the services of a blacksmith or somebody with a rather large crucible and some molds, but I think we
I
might.
suggest to everyone before we leave that you come to the restaurant for a meal.
It's turning into a mob family's restaurant.
Wait, is he gonna serve
Campaign
goblet
really
roll
just
for
took
dinner?
a turn.
Deed. Were there a bunch of oranges as the Cassio was getting murdered? Anyway.
All right. Vulcan, Dreek. Anything from you?
Well,
I think Dreek and me both. There you go.
Uma looks to Bud real quick, and he's just like, as we walk off of everybody, and he just goes, "Hey, you really didn't know she was a criminal?"
I was blinded by her beauty. What can I say?
Wait, you need to get some, yeah?
Get some what?
Well, you got a lot to learn on the streets, mate.
I grew up not doing those kind of things, so I wouldn't know.
Well, you probably shouldn't stick with me, mate. It's probably a really bad influence.
Oh, if I don't stick with you, you'll just become a worse influence, so... I got you, buddy. Have I ever told you how much Helm loves you?
Oh, no, mate, not
Let's-
again.
Real quick,
Not again.
let's just take a stroll down to the chapel.
I don't want to read
Let
the
us
book
pray.
again. Did that weird guy die?
Also put a hand on Dreek's shoulder. You alright, mate?
I'm fine. I let that lady die, but I don't give a fuck. But that guy said my mother's alive. What the heck? I thought I had no family. It's... What?
I thought I had no family either, but apparently they're both alive in Novella. Been there the whole time.
I recall they are, you, but, accelerated, as I should say. Haha.
Well, you know, and human.
Well, what now?
I don't know. What about you?
Well, if there's no other jobs, I would like to, find this one they call my mother.
You might have time for that. You need help.
I don't think so. I gotta do this myself.
We'll get the word out if we have a job then. Good luck. What? So everyone kind of parts ways and rejoins and does their thing as you enter a state of downtime. News of Gildan's fall starts slowly trickling in to Vryland, leaving the guild in a state of like near paralytic shock. A catastrophe of this size and scope hasn't been seen since, you know, the shattering itself. A whole town being lost in one go is something unheard of. The guild is in disarray and scrambles to muster a response. Sending out
Hi, JD.
Yaila Fithara is a start, but weeks pass as they continue to see if they can find a replacement for Acacio. And no news comes back from Gildan.
Do we have like a ceremony for Acacio, or are we gonna try and?
I would absolutely try and put together like a remembrance thing.
Well, now's the time.
him.
Let's do it. How would you do it?
Well, we don't have any. Do we have anything from him? We looted him.
Diluted his body.
But
Yes.
have his stuff.
Yeah, we have his stuff, and
I
some
would
of
like
it is
to take
actually
off the
pretty
profile.
choice, not gonna lie.
He got some good gear, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna do like a meta conversation, but I'm waiting for all the roleplay stuff to be done.
We can have that in a bit.
Yep.
But,
Okay. Sorry, I was looking. I have to put another. I was putting another spell in. I would definitely want to at least. We couldn't burn his body or bury his body, but I would definitely want to make like a rock shrine, maybe in the hill, up in the hills behind the guild hall, in the woods. Just a little
Yeah.
remembrance thing.
I think I would also add to it, but I had that meta question in the chat for everyone, if anyone wants my lance, because if not, I'm going to make the lance part of the tombstone.
I'm good
sorry,
with that.
need both my hands.
That's kind of
Yeah.
dark, but
Yeah.
Same.
But I do it.
You could use his other or his staff
Yeah.
for part of the tombstone. If Donos wants it too.
Yes, we will.
Assume maybe Foz might take it, but
sorry, was that?
his staff.
I can hold on to it, but I have other things. Really, I'm just gonna be attuning to the bracers, because
Okay.
otherwise I'm up on slots because I have my grimoire and my crystal ball, which I'm
Yeah,
not willing
but
to
that one
part
doesn't
with.
require attunement. That's why it's good.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, then in that case, I will take it, because why not?
So,
That's
how do
what
you
makes
incorporate
sense.
this lance into his grave?
So the idea is like I don't know where he's going to be buried or anything, but did you have a spot?
Well, we don't have a body, so we're not technically burying it. It's more. This is for me. It's like more of a. It's in a really beautiful wooded area, maybe near like a creek or something like that. That is very serene and peaceful. That I would gather a lot of river stones and rocks in the area and kind of just make like a mound, like a rectangular mound where we put all those, and it'd be a perfect place like as a headstone, just like to stamp there. And,
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like wherever, if you have like a little mound of anything.
Yeah.
Like Zoom probably just as people are leaving, just takes the lance out. You've also been catching Zoom just like kind of looking at his hands every once in a while.
Yeah.
And yeah. But like he just takes the lance out and like spins it with one hand and just plunges it into the thing and leaves it behind in the memorial.
Awesome. Yeah, and I would go ahead and spend time giving a eulogy for him. He was a troubled young man that was overcome by the the dangers of the world and the evils and possessions, and that he died doing what he did best, fighting.
Umlau finishes out with a song. He's just like, oh, sad guy, why'd you have to go and die? Now we all miss you, we're gonna cry. Oh, sad guy, oh, sad guy. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Time passes, and despite you guys all coming together for Acacio's funeral, you all can't help but notice just the little cracks and the rifts that are forming in the group. The fears that you had prior to leaving for the island still remain, and if anything, kind of just grow a little deeper. In your quiet moments, you can't help but reflect a little longer on what you saw on that island, what's underneath, how categorically it kicked your ass. But you spend your leave doing what you wish. What will each of you be doing in this during this downtime?
With the level up, Umlau is gonna go with the he's gonna level up in Rogue again.
You get your finesse with your longsword, by the way. You're trained with it if you want to use it as your sneak attack.
Oh, okay. So I've trained enough to do finesse with my longsword. Sweet. I'll write that in my notes. Thank you. I also spend time. I do not attune. By the way, I do not attune to the Clylear or Bull Roar. I do not attune to that. I have it with me, but I don't like. I know it talks to me, and I know I got to keep it with me, but I don't strum it. I still have the Das Loot, which I'm attuned to, but instead I actually attune to the key that I picked up.
Cool.
And so that'll that kind of ups my rogue stuff. And in my archetype, like I said, I went inquisitive, so I spend a lot of time hiding or up in like the rooftop rafters and or like in the alleyways or just in like weird crawl spaces where I'm just not trying to take anything. I'm just constantly listening and like focusing on how to like watch and listen and do things better and like dealing with the gangs and stuff that are in the streets.
Umlau, as you go through this like training, like self-imposed exile and training of listening, you hear like voices on the edges of your periphery, and oftentimes they take it sounds like Bud is somewhere nearby, or one of the other party members, or just your father. Little voices, and like you think it's the Clyliar, but it's not, and then you just hear other little things on the periphery of your perception that are starting to put you on edge. And it's starting to show in little insecurity ways, kind of digging a little deeper into what you were feeling before, that the party is looking down on you, and then it kind of grows into like a kind of a resentment that nobody's looking for you, nobody's trying to find you. Foz, what are you doing?
I will be researching. Well, I'll first off I'll scribe the spell scroll that I got, and then I would like to look for other spells of which I am able to find. I would actually like to look for kind of like rare scrolls that maybe beyond my current abilities at the moment, now that I may have some money to throw away. We'll see how the money laundering scheme goes, I guess. And I would also help zoom out with that.
Sorry, one more time. You were researching what now?
Like learning wizard spells, essentially.
Sure.
Like seeking out magical trainings and such. But,
well, and
possibly for spell levels that I can't cast yet. Sure. Just kind of macroing for the future.
So, per usual, your preference and your just kind of inclination is to you begin studies, you find spells, and some take your interest, some don't, but your inclination is always to kind of stray back into that divination area, yep. Right? And I will say, since I took a second level in Grave Cleric, I do kind of look for more of the reports of, I guess, deaths and kind of the more morbid side of things a little bit. Sure. I mean, and there's plenty to be found. Reports of people drowning and washing up on shore, being lost at sea. Your mind tends to just kind of wander in those moments where you think of Ocasio, you think of that fear that you had of him, and how that's kind of just shifted and morphed over your time knowing him. and now he's dead. Zoom, what do you do?
Zoom is sort of like sensitive to the fact that like everyone is in mourning, and he sort of feels like a slight tinge of guilt because he's the one that ended up dealing the final blow to Ocasio. And, like, especially during the funeral, he was like very, very quiet. But he's also just like he thinks silently that like it's probably what Ocasio would have wanted, because he wouldn't want, like, he probably might even have written something or something for the funeral, but he's not very eloquent, so he doesn't say anything. But he is just sort of like contemplative and like thinking like Ocasio would have been worse off if he was taken by the beast. And he's like contemplating that sort of thing, and contemplating what he can do to prevent that sort of thing from happening to the rest of the party, and also subconsciously himself. He doesn't want to be taken or controlled by any creature.
Yeah. You can't help feel that like the creatures have already kind of set in a little bit. As you're kind of contemplating this whole thing, it's clear to you that
as he attunes to Ocasio's gauntlets of ogre power.
Yeah, I'm putting up a list, but yeah, I will.
It's becoming clear to you that, like, whatever reservations you had prior, and whatever kind of insights you might have into what everyone else's motivations are, you hope you're right. You hope you're right that Ocasio would have wanted that. And some days it comes easily as you're attempting to launder money, and you're quite sure of yourself, and you don't spend too long on it. But sometimes when you're in the flow of cooking, and the quiet moments when your brain disengages from the activity of your work,
yeah,
you can't help but wonder.
And in those moments too, like probably like parts of his body start, like a little tentacle comes out of him, and he has to like slap it.
It's trying to help, and you're just like, no, slaps.
Yeah.
But like it starts manifesting itself in like a form of paranoia, and rather than just thinking about what Ocasio might have been thinking in those moments and what he might have wanted, you're also now thinking about what everyone else is wanting, and what they're doing, and exactly what they want, and if they and if they might be affected by creatures as well. You don't know. Vulcan, what are you doing?
Did we distribute the actual currency, the gold?
Well, given that the currency in gold is unmarked, raw gold, it seems, I imagine that Zoom and Foz would have been interested in coming to you for blacksmithing and illicit laundering of money and gold.
Essentially, the idea that Foz had, friend, I believe we could melt down this gold that we have found, take imprints and wax of existing coinage, and recast it, minting our own.
For this, I will need the space. So all that tie into Vulcan's actual, like, real ambitions of owning land and property and a shop. Or a place. It didn't have to be a shop. That was actually the reason I was asking originally. So, if Vryland's real estate market is available,
it is.
Vulcan would be open to setting up shop and beginning the illicit minting of said treasure.
Sounds good.
Let's hope the housing market's nothing like San Diego.
Question for you, Matt.
Yes, please.
With Umlau just kind of being around and doing stuff, would he know kind of everyone's like dealings and like secret dealings?
I would say that you know. Roll me an insight check for starters.
I only rolled a 5.
So I will say that you know enough about your party to know that like they have their own. You notice that Vulcan, Zoom, and Foz are really close. Like have been linking up a lot lately. For Zoom and Foz, that's not necessarily unusual, but to
Right.
rope in to bring Vulcan into the circle is a bit odd.
Yeah. I think we're not keeping it a secret from the party that we're going to be doing the funds, because ideally we're splitting it up between everyone.
We're more keeping it secret until we
from the rest
have
of the
funds
guild.
to distribute.
But I don't think we're keeping it secret from you guys. I think we're just keeping it secret from the guild.
Foz would want to keep it a secret from Umlau because he's got loose lips. Foz don't think Umlau can keep a secret, so.
I will say this then, Umlau, you definitely,
not to single you out, Brandon, but
you
just
know,
character-wise.
You know something's up. Clearly, like it's very clear to you that something is up, and you're out of the loop. Whatever it is, you don't know. But you can spend some time, some focused efforts on it if you'd like. But we can get into that later on.
Yeah, I just say that around everyone, that's part of the inquisitive thing, is that I like keep tabs on everyone in the group.
Sure. Makes sense to me. Wilkin, you have no problems finding work and a space for a shop. It just so happens that one such blacksmith was sent off to Whiltier, and his shop is now vacant. So you have the bones to actually start from there without going from scratch. It's a little extra gold, but you have no problems moving in and beginning your own trade. We'll talk numbers later.
Okay, I was about to ask.
I'm spitballing here. I didn't ask you this earlier. It becomes apparent to the populace. Yeah, I know, right? It becomes apparent to the populace that you clearly know what you're doing. You've worked in exotic materials. You've worked with monster parts. You become in carapaces. You know, it becomes clear that to others that you are experienced in these things and you are now valuable instantly. It makes it a little harder for you to create the molds and the other stuff of your side projects being so suddenly successful. However, you do find a way.
Perfect.
Strangely, though, you're. I can't say that you're unrested, but your inactive moments. Where do you go? Do you stay in the shop or do you go elsewhere for lodging?
If the place is big enough, I'm happy to like remain inert at the shop and then continue my work as Warforged do.
You have strange inactive moments that you can't account for. You start having gaps in your 4-hour memories of you still wake up in the shop. But it's like a lapse in your attention, which never happens. Like ever. It's like someone literally shut your entire consciousness off briefly. And you start noticing just little things like rusty spots on your body, which are easily cleaned away, but they're becoming more numerous and more frequent as the days go by. Until one day you have a dream. And it's alarming because you've never dreamed before.
Oh.
He's a real boy.
It's a real boy.
It's disorienting because you can't breathe. But you've never had to breathe. You move your arms, but they feel sluggish. There's a sensation going across them, like that you're unfamiliar with, but as you open your eyes, you realize you're completely underwater. You have the sensation of like your cavity being filled. And you're in an inability to breathe. You try to swim, but you can't find the surface. It's dark. your body continues to fill with water, and you can't replace it with air, but you've never needed air before. You start to panic. You're drowning. And then you wake up.
Ooh.
So, like... What... I want to say is, what do I make of this? Like, with the understanding, like, Warforged, theoretically, can't be put to sleep magically. Like this, like, I'm assuming this is happening, like, me intrinsically, internally.
I don't know.
What do I make of
make
this?
Am I changing? You can only assume that you've had some sort of dream. It sounds like it. The others have described dreams for you, and like sensations of touch and like their, for lack of a better term, their weaknesses of having to breathe and eat and all these.
Soft skins.
This notion of like having an imagination and to be able to experience it that vividly, that's not normal. Like, for starters, you shouldn't be able to dream to begin with, as far as you can tell. It's never happened before.
Yeah.
But as you look down at yourself, you look and there's nothing changed with you that you can see. You grab a mirror and you look, like open your mouth to look, and there's like a rusty ring on the inside of your just like I guess where your neck would be.
Passage.
Yeah, just like that passage into all like the inner workings. Some of those like tubes and pipes and things in there have just started to take on a patina of rust. And you can see they're just like there's some water collecting on them.
Within Ryland, is there do I have resources? Is there like a Warforged society? Is there where's my doctor?
Warforged Anonymous.
Where's my primary care physician?
There is. There are resources for you, but we can get into that in the ensuing weeks. Bud, what are you doing?
Well,
Visiting Seema in her jail cell.
Conjugal visits.
Conjugal visits.
Oh yeah.
I get another third level spell during this time, and what I end up taking is a nifty little third level spell known as where did it go? Known as Remove Curse. And having occasionally catching Umlaut talking to himself, and thinking, this is one other way that I could potentially save my friends from getting themselves into trouble. I pick up and do a little research on removing curses, and I very much would like to attempt to, one, just even see if he's got anything affecting him, and if I don't, then cool, whatever. But if I do, can tell that maybe there's something off magically, that I could actually remove that curse from him.
Okay. Well, for starters, Umlau. My friend, would you like to be found?
A little bit. Umlaut's feeling like he's just kind of been, left to his own devices. The last couple times he was left to his own devices, things didn't really go well. And so at this point, when he's really just kind of left to his own devices, he chooses not to get in trouble.
Okay. So eventually you kind of you get the feeling like keeping tabs on your party that Bud has completed some sort of research and he's out on the hunt for somebody. And you kind of just intentionally step into his path one day. Bud, go ahead and roll an Arcana check, I'll say.
All right.
I'll say
a whole lot of 9.
Unless Umlaut tells you of anything, he seems hearty and hale. He looks like Umlaut.
The only thing I would have asked, it's like almost, I guess with the 9, I wouldn't sense that there's anything there, but I would definitely ask, you haven't noticed anybody with anything cursed, would you? I would love to test out this new ability I've come to be quite accustomed to.
and
Mate, why didn't you ask me earlier? This thing on my back is cursed, mate.
excuse me?
This thing on my back is cursed, mate.
Oh, well, would you like me to take a crack at it?
Wait, let me ask first. He wants to know if he can dispel you or something. Should I let him do it?
We could always stone shape him.
Oh, we could always stone shape. No, we can't stone shape him, mate. That would be a bad idea. Then
I think it's a good
we'd
idea.
actually get in trouble.
Would we?
What's your better idea, mate?
Oh, my better. I don't even know what this guy's voice is. Sorry. My better.
It's deep and ominous.
My idea is we run away. I don't want to be removed.
I look at Bud
There are
and go.
genies to hunt.
I look at Bud and go.
No, mate. There are genies to hunt.
And I just run away.
I'll just stand there. I'm not gonna chase him. I will free you, my friend. I will free you.
Can I hear this?
We'll say you like dip behind a corner and you can hear him Bud muttering to himself. Yeah.
I told you that kitty guy's crazy.
We should have just stone shaped him, like I said.
Mate, we can't just stone shape everything we see. We stone shaped the cat the other day.
I assure you, we
stone-shaped
can.
that dog the other day. Listen, mate,
once a day, we can.
if I stone shape everything that you asked me to, mate, we won't have anybody around at all.
There will always be more.
You almost got me to stone shape the bear, mate. I don't even know who that guy is.
And one of these
There
days,
we are,
I'm going to listen.
Halfway to stone shaping a guy, and I don't even know who it is, mate.
Let's discuss it over a stone shape.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, mate. Let's go stone shape something.
Anything else, Bud?
Whatever my cut is from all that money, did we divvy that up?
No, well, I'm
have to
waiting
launder it first.
until we see how the money laundering operation goes.
Okay.
I'm keeping it in the party inventory at the moment till Matt gives me the green light.
I would definitely give away of my personal money that I already have. If there's like a local chapel or church of Helm, or possibly like an orphanage or something, or a hospital, Bud would definitely, like some kind of clinic, healing related, would definitely donate 2,000 gold to one of those things.
Easily done. The churches of Helm, the paladins and clerics of Helm tend to be on the forefront of war, of all manner of martial wars and conflicts and what have you. So there's a constant influx of injured and needy coming into the hospitals of Helm. A lot of them tend to be martial based. A lot of them tend to be either army from Quiltier, paladins or clerics, all sorts. But it's more of like a combat tent. Well, not tent, but like it's a combat hospital than anything else.
Well, then I would go definitely over there and find whatever surgeon or healer, cleric, paladin that is there, and make a donation to him, and kind of just nod and head back out. Maybe even grab a couple things of bandages or something easy to heal or something, and head on out.
It makes you feel good for a little bit, but you know, it's yeah, and you offer your services, you restock your kit, but you can't help but feel like the team is the one that you're trying to heal, but either they won't let you, or you can't figure out how.
Pretty much.
And it's a little demoralizing on you, thinking that the entire party is starting to like show the signs of wear and tear. You can heal the physical, but you know, only some things fill in the cracks.
Yeah.
Leaves me with Dreek.
So we didn't get like paid, but we were just gonna divvy up the gold we got, right?
Eventually, There is rumblings of a need to legitimize the money first, but the team is working on it. So for a time, you won't get paid. But
well, whatever Dreek's cut is, he'll just have everybody put it in Acasio's grave.
Bury it,
and he'll be like,
Fishman, you've saved our asses out of a lot of sticky situations. You may have been quiet, and you quietly saved everybody, is what I'm trying to say. So, swim easy, friend.
And with that note, Dreek will go off to search for his mother.
Awesome. So you are largely kind of not blind, but you kind of lose touch with everybody else, given that, like, you know, they're all back here on Vryland as you head off.
Yeah.
We'll kind of do some sidebar stuff on that, because I think that'll be a little more complex than just what I can make up here.
Yeah.
I think that deserves its moment.
Sounds good.
But it doesn't... Leaving the party... Like, you definitely notice that people are... Like, you were noticing people were acting strange before. Now they're really acting weird. Like, everyone is in some way compromised or, like, different than you remember when this whole thing started.
Right.
That feeling that you're out of the loop in some ways is just deepening. And you can't help but feel that, like, you're gonna have a couple secrets of your own coming up here, depending on how things shake out.
Okay.
So there's only a couple more things I want to do. We'll over the coming couple weeks, I will message you guys individually, especially you, Dreek, and, you know, for the money laundering team, I'll talk to you guys. we'll be in touch. But we'll say some time has passed over the course of, like, maybe a month or several. I'll determine some other time. Zoom. It comes to you in a quiet evening. The shop is closed. Your last workers have left. You're kind of just moseying about the shop, kind of puttering around, cleaning, and whatnot. You've got your back turned to the door, and you can hear it open and close.
Just say, sorry, kitchen's closed.
You get no response, but you can hear the click of a lock.
Would I have locked the door? Like, I think.
So you still had workers puttering around as well, helping you, and they you know bid you a good night and, like, started leaving, but inevitably you're the one with the keys to lock up and
I hadn't locked the door yet, basically.
You hadn't locked the door yet. But it's common knowledge at this point in Vryland, you're enough of a mainstay that people pretty much know when it's time to close. It's like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I think Zoom is just like, he doesn't think it's probably been enough time where he's, like, in, like, a different mood where he just thinks this is like a rude customer who just, like, came in.
Right.
It's like, I'm like, look, nothing is open, man. We don't serve drinks. I just, like, I go out, like, to see who it is inside.
There's nobody there.
I'll do a perception.
Please do.
Just look around.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yep,
no.
nobody. Must have been the wind.
What was that? Whose footprints are these?
Oh, that's horrible. So it comes as a surprise and a shock when you see just, like, something move in your peripheral, and then there's, like, a thing just jutting out of your side. attached to a figure. You take a critical hit of surprise, and
I cannot be surprised. I have
can't be
been
surprised.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. What we'll do then is roll initiative next time,
Okay.
and we'll pick up there. When
I
you're
said-
unsurprised.
And it here, it's...
Nani?
God.
Oh, wait, no. It says, if I am surprised at the beginning of combat, but not incapacitated, I can act normally on my first turn. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
You are surprised.
That is thematically excellent.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
But yeah, you will pick up there. Hang on,
What
let me
a good
this real
time.
quick.
Your mom.
Good time.
Your mom crit.
It's Tyler's new character. No,
He's your mom.
how dare you kill my little brother?
Okay, let me do this real quick. Also, I need to look at. I wasn't expecting this, sorry. Hang on one sec. I wasn't expecting a 1. Okay. That's gonna be more damage than I was hoping. Okay.
Ho ho.
You take 38 damage, plus 6, I'll say, right off the bat. So you're gonna be at a deficit when we go in.
44.
44?
Yes.
Yeah, you got triple digits. You're fine.
Not even bloodied.
That would have outright killed. Not outright
It would
killed,
down
but
you.
down. Yeah, in a single hit. Anyway.
Cool. We will pick up there next time. And we'll see what happens from there.
Cool.
Thank you,
Excellent.
Tyler.
Out, it was a really rude
Thanks,
customer.
Tyler. Thanks,
Yes.
Thank you, Tyler.
He didn't matter his speaking, but he didn't buy nothing.
Oh, he's buying something, all right.
He's gonna buy the farm. Because Zoom's gonna. Anyway.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Tyler.
watching,
Thank you, Matt.
everyone.
Thanks, you guys.
Tuning in.
Until
And
next
welcome
time.
back to the main chair.
We're doing it. It's
Main
happening.
boy.
Hopefully shorter than last one.
I can't wait for more creepy mask people. I was really hoping the shield
We're going
would
back.
have a mask on the
Yeah,
front and you'd
one more
like
time.
open it and there'd be a no face.
So yeah, Zoom hasn't quite turned to see this guy yet. So like, he's being stabbed like ruptured in the back.
This is the wording of it. It says, okay, additionally, if you were surprised at the beginning of combat and aren't incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter your rage before doing anything else on that turn.
Yeah. So in that surprise round where nobody can act, you take your turn normally, but you have to rage.
Right, but do I take half damage then because now I'm raging?
It's a reactional thing, right?
I was gonna say this is more.
Yeah, I mean, I think it works if I take the damage and then.
I think because you didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
This is like pseudo initiative, I guess, in the case where so when the surprise round comes up next, like when you guys roll initiative, you can take your turn and rage right away. But yeah, we'll see how that shakes out.
Cool.
Sweet.
This was fun.
Alrighty.
Thanks, boys.
Cool.
Thank you
you all.
guys.
Beep, beep.
Until next time.
Good night, y'all.
Now y'all.
Good night.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Not.